Hi, this is Darren, and today I'm back with Steph, and
Hi.
this is video 2 of our 3-part video series, 3 ways to, easy ways to boost your metabolism, burn fat fast, and these are changes that you can make literally at home without any help from anybody outside, and these are simple things. So today, we want to talk about really one of the most important meals of the day. It is probably the most important meal of the day. It's called breakfast. And a lot of people will skip it, right? First off, let's talk about skipping breakfast. We didn't even talk about that before we got onto this tip, but a lot of people skip it, right?
Right. And I think with a lot of Americans especially, we're in a hurry in the morning, and people think, oh, if I skip breakfast, it'll save some time. But that's the absolute worst thing that you can do. When you're sleeping 8 hours a night, 6 hours a night, whatever it may be, your body and your metabolism, everything slows down because you're in that dormant state and you're not go, 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 and you're not burning any energy. Your body goes into a mode where it's just even keel, trying to burn as much energy as possible. So if you wake up in the morning and you go on with your day without getting breakfast to refuel yourself, your body's going to stay at that same level, and your metabolism's going to be down, your energy's going to be down. And one thing that I've heard a lot is that people say, well, if I eat breakfast, I'm hungry again a couple hours later, and so I don't eat breakfast because I find myself I'm not as hungry. But that's because your body, it is in starvation mode where it's worrying, when am I going to get my next meal? So then it kind of almost shuts down burning any of the fuel that it has. So
yeah, let's talk quickly about that, because one of the things people say, well, if I skip breakfast, I save some calories, right?
Right.
But what happens is your body does go into starvation mode. Your body says, hey, I better start storing some fat, and so I don't starve. And that's really why a lot of people can't get the weight loss results that they want. But let's talk about then if they do decide to have breakfast.
Sure.
You know, currently, you know, many people are busy, like you said. What are people currently eating, and maybe why it is affecting, A, why they're hungry a couple hours later, and B, why they're not getting the results that they'd like?
Yeah, I think common breakfasts for a lot of people are something quick, easy, on the go, whether it be donuts, grabbing Pop-Tarts, having a bowl of cereal, or even things that people may think of as being healthy, such as a bagel with cream cheese or toast and jelly with a glass of orange juice, things like that. But
let's talk about one other one quick, too.
Sure,
How about
sure.
like yogurt? Because yogurt's another one that people do, right? And there's a lot of different varieties of yogurt. So many people say, well, yogurt's good, but if you really look at the label, most of them are artificially flavored, loaded full of sugar, and it's really not a good option for you.
Exactly, and that was one point I was just going to touch on, was saying that a lot of these foods break down as sugars in your body. If it's not a straight up sugar, such as a donut, where you know that it's not good for you, things like bagels, bread, any kind of processed carb like that will break down into sugar just as quickly as the processed sugars. And with yogurt, essentially, some of these yogurts that I've seen, you look at on the side, they're artificially flavored for one, which is its own little evil in itself, but they can have up to 40-some grams of sugar in it, which blows my mind. And it's going to give you this spike of energy, and then you're going to drop, and you're going to be hungry again an hour later if you eat any of these things for breakfast.
So let's talk about what is a better option, or many better options, than some of the quick and easy things that people are currently eating that are really kind of holding them back.
Yeah, really try to have a balanced breakfast of a protein source, a fat source, and a carbohydrate source, but not in the form of bread. You'll want your carbs to be from either a fruit or vegetable. And what this will do is it's combining all 3 nutrients, and it's going to really take your body a long time to digest and to process these, and you're not going to have the spikes. You're going to kind of be on an even keel until your next snack or lunch or whatever it may be. A good analogy that made sense for me when I was trying to first learn this, because I was that person. I was the bagels and coffee drinks and everything for breakfast, but I was afraid of fat. I was afraid of eating too many calories and things like that. But an analogy that worked for me is if you take, for example, cereal and you put it between your fingers and you rub it together, it's going to turn to dust quickly. And that's because carbs are the quickest nutrient that's processed in our body, so it's going to digest quickly. And then otherwise, if you take a piece of chicken between your fingers and you kind of rub it, it's going to take longer than that piece of cereal did, and you'll rub it, maybe for a couple hours, and then take a piece of fat. And you can rub oil between your hands for days. It's not going to go anywhere. It takes a lot longer than it will for the carbs and for the chicken. So I guess what I'm trying to say, long story short, but if you put all 3 of these together, it's going to take your body that long to process that cereal or those carbs, you know, from your fruit, from your veggies, because it's all mixed together.
Now let's talk about what a couple of good options are, because I know myself. it's confusing, right? What's a protein? What's a fat? What's
Yeah.
a carbohydrate? Those things are all confusing, especially for people that are just trying to make a change. So let's give them an example of what a really nice breakfast might look like.
Sure. I'll do a few different options depending on how much time I have in the morning. If you have time to make an omelet, great. You can, saute some mushrooms, onions, spinach, whatever it may be, add the eggs to it, and then you've got your protein, fats, and your carbs all in one, and that'll keep you full for a while. Otherwise, if you're kind of on the go and you are in a hurry in the morning, grab a handful of almonds, an apple, maybe a banana, something like that, it's on the go, but it won't take as much time in it.
Right, and let's talk real briefly, because we're on breakfast, about eggs, because a lot of people say, well, eggs, aren't they like bad for your heart, and their cholesterol and everything else, and let's just talk briefly about that.
I think it's kind of a misconception, even with fat in general, that you see all these signs and these bad diets that you can't have fat, but you need it. You need it to replenish your muscles, you need it to get energy throughout the day, and with eggs, with any kind of olive oil, essentially, they're healthy fats that you can use, your body can process them efficiently, and they're actually good for you. So
this is like a real quick tip. So nutrition and recipes and all that stuff, it's a complex web, right?
Yep.
And what we're going to be doing at Fitness Renegades is you can check on our site where we're going to have the Fitness Renegades Nutrition, and we're going to have lots of recipes there, so that'll be updated all the time. So you'll have breakfast options that'll be healthy, they'll be tasty, and we actually will have kid-friendly ones because both you and I have young children, and we want to make sure that the kids can eat well, and so that will be there. So today what we wanted to do is just kind of highlight, if you're looking for a quick way to kind of improve what you're doing, get rid of all the breads that you're eating for breakfast, the bagels, get rid of the Pop-Tarts because there's no nutritional value there at all.
Right.
And switch to some of the healthier options. Try an omelet. Try oatmeal. Not the quick and easy oatmeal loaded with all the other stuff, but get some real oatmeal, put some fresh fruit in it.
Add some nuts to add some protein too.
Yeah, and that's real simple and easy. And you'll find out that in a few days you really like the second option and the healthier option much better. And that throughout the day you feel a lot better and you have more energy. So for today, that's our quick tip. It's a little bit more than a quick tip. But in the future, what we want you to do is check out our Fitness Renegades nutrition program, which is right on the site, and we're going to have lots of free information there. And then, if you'd like to join our program, you can get a free class. Try us out. Go to fitnessrenegades.com/free to get the free class. All you have to do is sign up online, and you can actually reserve a spot. And then second, if you decide at your free class that you'd like to join us and really transform your life, you can join us, and we will give you our rookie program for 28 days. If you don't like it, we'll give you double your money back. So I don't know any other fitness program or lifestyle
I don't think there are
program.
any out there.
Yeah, and we're willing to give them double their money back because we want them to really get in the best shape of their life, and we guarantee that they get results as long as they participate along with us. So until next time, have a great day, and have a nice breakfast tomorrow.